Hello everybody, this is Tiffany Almeida with Pretty in Paper Crafts. Welcome back for another magical shaker card tutorial. Today we're going to be making the unicorn. He is hoping your day is magical, and I just love that you have a little message in the window along with the beautiful sequins and just a magical unicorn in the with the sky background. So I'm going to show you how fun and easy this is to make. Let's go over the things that came in your class kit. So first of all, you'll have your thick Whisper White cardstock base. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2, so it opens from the top. And then you'll have a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock. This is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and this is just going to lay over the top of your white cardstock base. And then you have your designer series paper. It's two-sided. This is the cloud side. This is in the Myths and Magic designer series paper suite, and it coordinates with the Magical Day bundle. And so we'll use that as our sky. You will have a piece of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 Whisper White cardstock. This is where we're going to stamp our message, and it's going to be within the window of our window card. You'll also have a scrap of Whisper White cardstock. Yours is not round like mine, but I just am conservative and use all my scraps. So you'll have a piece of Whisper White cardstock for us to stamp our unicorn and color. You also have a piece of this shimmery glitter paper. This paper is already cut for you with it's going to be the border of our window, and I can show you how I made that. I used the layering circles, and I took a circle, and then I found a coordinating scallop circle that was slightly bigger. So for example, this isn't the right one, this is the right one. So this is the size of the opening of your window, and then the scallop needs to be slightly larger so that it can border around the smaller circle. So you'll cut your circle's already cut for you, but the way to make this frame is to cut the circle with the smaller inner circle. Cut the circle out of your designer series paper, and then you'll use that same smaller inner circle to cut a frame. And so you're going to use that to cut out the center, and then use a larger one to layer over and cut out and make a border. You can make it thicker. You can probably don't want to make it much thinner, but you could make it a thicker border if you wanted by using a larger scallop. But that is how you make those little frames. Okay. And the last thing that comes in your kit is some Whisper White baker's twine. And of course, you need a little bow in all your projects because, every project needs a little mascara. And, you know what I say about ribbon. Ribbon is like the mascara on the card. You don't want to send that card out without some mascara. Okay, so what we need to do is stamp two things. We need to stamp our message that goes right inside our window in Bermuda Bay. So I'm using, again, the Magical Day stamp set, and we're going to use the Hope Your Day is Magical. And we're also going to stamp our unicorn, and we're going to stamp the unicorn in Memento ink because we need to do some coloring. So we'll go ahead and stamp both of those right now. So I'm just inking up my stamp and making sure it's nice and well pressed. Okay, so that one is done. We'll clean that off. And now we're going to do the message. We're going to do that in Bermuda Bay. So I've got my Bermuda Bay ink. You can use whatever color you have. I just thought Bermuda Bay, well, it coordinates with the back piece of paper, the cardstock. So just going to try and center this best we can. And there you have it. Okay, I'm going to clean off my block. Okay, put the ink away. So we get to color our unicorn, and I made my unicorn rainbow. And fortunately, I have my handy dandy blends, and they are perfect for rainbows because there's one in every color. So I'm going to do mine in just in order that a rainbow is and I'm going to do the tail and the mane at the same time. So red, orange, yellow. I always sing the song in my head from school. Do you guys remember the song? I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to spare you. But I always think of the rainbow song. So red, orange, yellow, green. And I still need that song to remember what comes next in the rainbow. I know. I'm sad. Red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. And then you always say purple too. I always say the two part. Purple too. Oh, there you go. There's the singing I said I wasn't going to do. Okay. And purple. And it's kind of hard to stay inside these fine, fine lines, but we'll do the best we can. So, and then I'm just going to start back through my rainbow here to complete. I don't think it really matters. Whatever works for you. So, I didn't tell you the colors I'm using. I'm using Cherry Cobbler. I'm using Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight and Old Olive and Night of Navy and Rich Razzleberry. I'm sorry, I should have told you guys that. But they were the colors I had available in blends, and they did well for a rainbow. So once you've colored the mane and tail, you're going to cut out the unicorn. And if you have the stamp set and the framelits make really easy work of it. But you don't need to have the framelits. You can definitely fussy cut, as I like to call it. Fussy cut that piece out with scissors, but the framelits do make it really simple. So I'm just going to lay my framelit down on my magnetic plate here, make a sandwich with my Big Shot. Big Shots are almost pretty much a necessity with card making, almost. You could probably get away with it, but you'd be pretty unhappy. This is almost a must-have. At least I would be very unhappy without mine. So I've got him cut out. See how easy that is? Just toss the scraps in the garbage, put your framelit away. Okay, so the two things that are not included in your kit that you will need are the window sheet itself and the filler. Now I used the sequins, here they are, iridescent sequin assortment. These are perfect for the kind of rainbow color magical look that I was looking for, but you could use anything for your filler. I do want to point out that there are some cool things inside the framelits that could work as filler. For example, you have these little, looks like starbursts, and there's 2 sets, so you could cut those. There's like bubbles. So yeah, you can be creative and come up with all kinds of fun little fillers. So now we've got our little pieces done. We're going to go ahead and start assembling our card. You're going to take your base and you're going to glue your piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock down. So you'll just run some adhesive on there and glue that down. And just try to get it centered as best as possible. And then is put some sequins or whatever your filler is in the center of your piece of paper. I take that back. You are going to want to glue your piece down to your, nope. you're going to glue your piece to the center of your card and up towards the top as well. So like so. Okay? And if you've stamped it pretty center, your card should lie pretty well where it needs to be. Okay? So the next thing you're going to want to do is put your sequins in the center of the card, like so. And I want to kind of keep everything in the center because I don't want it to get in the way of the foam adhesive strips. So just kind of push it to the center, like so. Okay. Now you can peel the backing off your shaker card. Like so. And you will find the center, line up your card. And glue it down. And then just make sure you press all of your foam adhesive strip edges so that it sticks down and the sequins won't escape. So there you go. How cool is that? You've got your sequins in there, you've got your saying, and now we're going to, actually I skipped a step. Before you glue this piece down, you need to slide, or you need to wrap your baker's twine around your card. And since I failed to do that, I'm going to shimmy mine through the card because I used the foam strip, so I should be able to get it through. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't do what I did. Okay, so because I glued mine down before I wrapped my baker's twine, I had to lift it up off of the foam strip and slide this through. So make sure you don't do what I did. Okay, but I made it work, and no one is the wiser except you because I got it on camera. And it's going to be okay. And because you are watching me tie a bow, I cannot tie a bow today. I'm just trying to get it off-centered. I don't want it centered in the card. I want it to be off to the right. So I'm just going to hold my ribbon tight and tie a bow like so. Okay, and I'm just trying to space out my ribbon a little bit, and then I'm going to trim my edges. So trim this one down. Okay, now you'll want some dimensionals, or you can glue it straight onto the card. It's really up to you and how you prefer, and probably depending upon whether or not you're going to be shipping your card in the postal mail or giving it to a coworker at work or a family member close by. Because the thicker it is, the more it costs to ship. So, oh, I almost put my unicorn down and I didn't glue my frame on. Oh my gosh. Okay, before you glue your unicorn down, you'll want to glue your frame around your window. So, I'm just going to take some liquid Tombow and go around my frame. And then glue it down. Like so. Then you can put your unicorn down in the corner of your window. And your card is all done. How cute is that? It's one of my favorites. I definitely love this card. and it's perfect for a little girl. It's perfect for a young loving adult. It's really good for anybody, and I think that it's very fun and magical and has just enough sparkle and bling to it for my taste. All right, guys, we'll see you next time for the next video. Bye-bye.